Hi. As moms, we are stressed out. And if you're a stay-at-home mom, you might even be more stressed out than ever. Today, I'm going to talk about the chaos and the stress of being home with little ones all day. So if you're a working mom and you tune in to the Balanced Mom Life, this might not be exactly your dilemma, but I think the tips and tricks that I have in a few minutes are going to bless even you. But today I want to talk to the moms that are home with their little ones. It is stressful. It is stressful having little kids that are running around at your feet. And I know because I've been there and I've done that, and I'm here to tell you I really understand. I'm Mona Corwin, and I am the virtual mom mentor. That's what they call me. I blog over at the Balanced Mom Life. I'm an author and I'm a speaker. And this is Mom Life with Mona. I can tell you that having little ones all around your feet all the time is really exhausting. It's very, very tiring. And people that, moms don't know that it's gonna happen when it happens. You think that you're gonna get this little darling, this baby is gonna be good for you. Like she's gonna go to sleep when you need her to, and it's just gonna take a little bit of time. But you have a master's degree and you're gonna figure this out, right? No. Babies just come that way. And little kids just come that way. They just run around and they're just kids. So as we're thinking about the fact that it's just going to be chaos, so do we just throw our hands up and say, oh, this is just the way it is? Nah, you don't need to. Because I'm here to tell you today about 3 habits that you can have that will bring down that chaos a little bit and put some consistency in your stay-at-home mom life. And I think that it would help you. But first I want you to understand how this happens. We have little kids. They are constantly changing. Their brains are going nonstop. They're all over the place, or they're constantly thinking. They're trying to grow their independence or their decision making. And in doing that, it creates inconsistency. Well, as a mom, consistency is the thing that will help us flow well, but inconsistency creates this, oh my gosh, what do I do, what do I do, what do I do? Because we know all the other options, the little one doesn't. So one of the things I want to talk to you about is the mayonnaise sandwich. I mean, you can have a kid and be following all the rules, and it's like, let him make his own decisions. So you're deciding that you're gonna have the habit of letting him make his own decisions. And all of a sudden he's not eating. And all of a sudden he won't do what he's supposed to do. And all of a sudden it's like, we're down to picking 2 things, and it's mayonnaise and white bread. Well, that's not good. So you're sitting in your mind, you're like, well, that doesn't work. Well, what does work? Well, he's not eating well. Well, that's not good. I mean, I think Susie has her kids eating stuff, but she lets them pick. So I don't understand, this is just over a sandwich. And for those of you that aren't moms, you might not get this, but we really want to do what's right for our kids. And we're constantly trying to make the best choice. Our desire is to take care and nourish our kid. But sometimes it's just too much going on in our head. And we just need to have a ritual that will make it easy and will make it plain. We have peanut butter and jelly, or we have mayonnaise and ham. And you get to pick. And those are the only 2 you get to pick. So as a mom, it's okay to put boundaries around the decision making that your kids have. It's way okay. So as they go through and they have these decisions, it cuts down on something that as moms we have, and it's called fight or flight. It's our cortisol levels, and they go through the roof because we're trying to fight for the good of our children, but we really just want to get out of there, out of the idea, and get out of the whole mess quickly. we have a tendency to too much questions, too much wondering. Okay, no, you can't have a sandwich. No, go over here. Like, no, the TV's too loud. No, well, no, the TV's not really too loud. Like, I mean, it's just like you have this whole thing going on all the time. You're trying to wonder and make decisions and decide whether or not it's going to be good or bad. We've got to cut down on that. This is what's stressing you out. This is what's causing too much cortisol in your body. You're already on low amounts of sleep. Even if your kid's sleeping through the night, you're not sleeping as good as you did before they were born. Your hormones are a little out of whack. If you're done breastfeeding, your hormones switch back, your oxytocin is down, and the last thing you need is to be have your adrenals like flying because you can't make a decision. And so you kind of got this weird thing going on where you're like always in this little panic stress mode. And it's your choice. But you need to know that that's what's going on. You don't have to be like that. It doesn't have to go that way. It doesn't have to go that way. Now, it is going to go that way somewhat because the only thing consistent about having kids is there's no consistency. But there are a few things that you can do. I just finished reading a book which doesn't really have to do with motherhood, but it's about habits and the power of a habit. And it didn't tell us anything really new that we didn't already know. But one of the things that caught my eye in there was that a habit will help you not make so many decisions. Like, it's just a habit. It's just a ritual. It's just something that you do. So you don't have to think, okay, now what kind of toothpaste am I using again? Now, did they say, is it a full thing? And like, where did I put that? And like, I can't find my toothpaste and like it was too, we don't do that. We just pick up the toothbrush, we just brush our teeth, we put it away, and it becomes a habit. It's a ritual. We get our teeth brushed and we don't even think about it. Do you get it? So that fight or flight's gone. The decision making, gone. Am I using the right toothpaste? Did I hit all my cavities? Am I brushing my gums enough? We don't think those things, right? Well, let's apply that to your everyday life with your kids. So if you have, let's talk about your routines. Now your routines, they don't have to be like in stone. Like, this isn't a CEO. We don't have 15-minute appointments where clients are coming in and out, but we should have a schedule. Like, as a mom, you have a life. Your kids should not be running your life. It shouldn't be at every whim of them, like, making their choices of what they want to do. They want to play a game. They want to do this. They want to get the Play-Doh out. No, we don't. You got to be loosely in control. So loosely in control and loosely make that schedule. In the morning, we have cartoon time or we have Bible reading time. We eat our meal. We eat our meal. This is where we eat our meal. Mom brings the meal and we all say thank you. And if it gets into a routine, it gets into a habit, they will do it. And there won't be a lot of arguing. Now, it does take time to get a habit going, and you do have breaks and flows, but it cuts down the decision making. It cuts down the what ifs. It cuts down the, oh my gosh, they drive me crazy. It cuts it all down. Because this is what we do when we get ready to go for a walk. Everybody gets their shoes. When we come back in the house, everybody goes potty. I mean, we have a ritual of what we do. And it helps take the stress out of their life because there's some consistency and some habits in there. And they get used to an ebb and a flow. And as they ebb and flow through their day, it creates a calmness that everybody gets to experience. So I guess having a habit in your routine and going, making your day, my daughter's laughing at me. Really? You're so funny.
I'm going to say yes.
She's going to the fast food place. That would be her habit. Oh well, that's the way it happens around here at the MomLife Mona's house. Mom mentor of Mona, she just threw me totally off. But anyways, so then I wanted to talk to you about the rituals. We have habits that we use through the day. This is what we do. This is where we eat. We don't say, where do you want to do this? We decide where it's going to be, and that's where it takes place. The beauty of this is it teaches your kid to be obedient in little things. And the Bible tells us that if we're obedient in little things, we will be obedient in much. So what do we want to do? We want to create those habits where the little ones can feel like they are being obedient. And then you're able to call them out and say good things about what they're doing and move on to the next thing. And the last thing is the rituals. If we have rituals in our lives, I mean, not like religious rituals, which those are good too, but I mean like a ritual, like a nighttime ritual. Like we know this happens and then we move into this and it slowly moves us in a direction. So I know a lot of you would have, it was time for bed, it was 7:30, whatever your bedtime was, and we would take our clothes and we would put them in the laundry basket and we would get in the tub and then we would have a story and then it was hugs and kisses and then it was go to bed. And then maybe one more drink and one more story if you're in my house. I do encores. I do encore presentations and then I tell my children, we only do one encore. But the encore is part of the ritual. And then they laugh and they want their encore and I come back in. So it makes it more fun. And it makes a ritual that they know that when this happens, that happens. Instead of, we have no idea what's happening. I guess it's time to go to bed. We don't want to go to bed. No, it's time to go to bed. This is what we do. This is our ritual. So if you establish rituals and a few habits, then you can be super loose with everything else that you do. You can do Play-Doh and cars and make a mess of your house because you have a ritual. We clean it all up at 4 o'clock just before Dad comes home. Or we clean it all up on Saturday and we don't worry about it all week. But you have a rhythm and you have a pattern for these habits and rituals to take place. Okay, so that's it. I guess I just, I feel for you stay-at-home moms because I know it can be a lonely place. And I know that because I was there, I remember being out in the country with Brett and not having any friends of my own, and he was my playmate. And I watched, we didn't have internet and we had a telephone, but I didn't have very many friends because we had just moved there. I watched TV just because I wanted to hear people talk. I know other people hear moms say that and they think, I don't feel sorry for you. And I don't really feel sorry for you either, or me, but it's just part of what it is to be a stay-at-home mom. And we need to grab a hold of the truth of what we can do to change the things that we don't like and not throw our hands on the air and be all willy-nilly. So don't be willy-nilly. And take these 3 habits, which are the less decisions, the better. Take a hold of the less decisions, the better, and create some habits so you don't have to make so many decisions and get rid of that fight or flight. Then routines. Have a routine. Loosely schedule your day, loosely schedule your week. Know what's coming up. Know you're going to sit down with your husband and have a little date night after the kids go to bed. He will appreciate knowing that you have worked him into his schedule. And then have a ritual. Have rituals that are, this is what we do. This is what we do to go to bed. When we get up in the morning, this is what we do. Oh, mommy's doing laundry. Everybody comes in when mommy does laundry and we fold the clothes. That never happened in my house, but maybe it can happen in yours. Or on Sunday, we have a ritual. Even now, we go to church on Sunday and then we go out to dinner, out to lunch. And for Andresa, having rituals and habits have helped solidify her and bond her into our home in a way that made her feel safe and secure because she knew what to expect. So we're still doing that, even though I'm not crazy about the restaurant we always go to. Oh well, it's part of the mom life. I'm happy to sacrifice for my kids, and I know you are too. So little mama, you have a really great week, and I will see you on Friday with some reviews. This is the Mom Mentor signing off. Bye.